Hello, my name is Chrissy Hodges. Thanks so much for being here at my YouTube channel. I'm a certified peer support specialist in the state of Colorado. I work all around the world providing support for individuals with OCD, also referral consultations if you're looking for therapists, and I am the co-founder of and run groups at OCD Peers. Normally I would point to a plaque, but I'm out of town right now. So just wanted to connect with you right now. It's been a couple weeks. I had a really big event that my nonprofit OCD Game Changers was running and just, needed some time to decompress. So sorry I've been away. First I want to tell you, if you're looking for therapy in the States or in the UK, Australia, and I believe Canada is coming soon, OCD, which is also an app, provides ERP therapy via telehealth. If you want to know more about them, go to treatmyocd.com, or I will drop their information in the description below. It's really exciting that they're able to help people and they're actively working to become all over the world. So today I just wanted to do a really quick video. I thought I would do a little series over the next month or so and talk, just give my take on common questions that I get asked about OCD. And, I get a lot of emails from people, and sometimes I see them in the comments and on Instagram, which follow me if you don't already. I post content about OCD all the time. It's at PureOChrissy. One of the bigger questions I get is, do intrusive thoughts ever go away? Is there a way to get rid of thoughts? And then that usually filters over into, is there a cure for OCD? So I just wanted to talk, I'll probably do a quick video on Instagram about it, but I wanted to go a little bit more in depth about it here. So, the really unfortunate news is that I think a lot of us feel kind of shocked and feels daunting when we find out is that, you can't control your thoughts. You can't stop thoughts. That's why thought stopping methods don't work. When you read things and they're like, oh, snap the rubber band or do this or do that. Let me show you. This is my little one. Look at This is Ollie, and he's just going to sit here and jump until I pick him up. So I might as well pick him up. So that's why thought stopping methods don't work. I think that one of the first things that I read when I was diagnosed with OCD was picture a stop sign when you have intrusive thoughts. Well, you can't stop thoughts. And as scary as that is, it's also, it's really important to understand why. Like when we're experiencing OCD intrusive thoughts, when we first get these thoughts, it's very terrifying. It's very jarring. It can be, then you start to question yourself, etc. And then, he's driving me bonkers down here. And then we think, why would I think this in the first place? This must say something about me. But the same way that you can't, stop thoughts, you're also not creating thoughts on your own. I mean, sure, I could sit here right now and be like, someone could say, think of a tiger, and there's a tiger. But, unwanted intrusive thoughts, it's not like it was rolling around subconsciously in your brain and then all of a sudden it appeared and now you're trying to make it stop. And that's not how OCD works. And so it feels scary, and it feels we feel very trapped to think, well, I thought this originally, now I can't stop thinking about it. I've done too much damage to my brain. I'm so used to them, blah, 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 and I just need to stop them. So what I wanted to share with you today is, kind of along the lines of, is there a cure for OCD? There's no cure. I do want to say, will there be a cure one day? Maybe. I didn't always think that. My good friend Stuart Ralph of the OCD Stories, we had this conversation one day and we were talking about a cure, and I was very adamant, there's no cure, there won't be a cure. And he was just like, you know what? You should always hope for something, even if it hasn't happened, and maybe it will. And I was like, you know what? So I had to reevaluate that. Maybe there will be one day, but for now we don't have one. I'm going to tell you this too. If you're talking with someone or you're exchanging money with someone and they're saying that there is, and they're saying things like, I never get an intrusive thought again, please be very wary of that. Everybody gets intrusive thoughts, not just people with OCD. We have an irrational response which causes the OCD cycle. And that's OCD. But people, I'm sorry, he's biting my thumb. But people that say, I never get intrusive thoughts again, that's virtually impossible. Everybody gets thoughts that they don't want. And that's really what we're talking about. So the solution to OCD when you're getting treatment is not thought stopping. It's not curing it somehow. What it is getting comfortable in knowing you're going to have these thoughts and not fighting them, not arguing back. You may hear in a lot of my videos, what I try to say is, we want to stop the argument in the brain. OCD brain always wants to present something that we want to argue back. We want to prove wrong. This can't be real. I need to show that it's not. So I look at it this way. Instead of stopping the thoughts altogether, right? I want to get as comfortable as I can in having the thoughts, not trying to stop them, but just knowing that they're going to be there. A lot of times you'll hear people say before and after treatment, before treatment, I was so scared that the thoughts would show up. I was so scared OCD would show up and ruin my day. And then after treatment, it was, the difference is I know OCD is going to show up and now I know what to do. Oh my God, if he pulls this open, my whole blouse will fall off. So, all red, that could have been bad news for everybody. So anyway, that's the difference, is learning to be okay with the thoughts. Not okay with them, that's the wrong word. Knowing that thoughts are going to be there and doing what you can to make them irrelevant, which means not arguing back, not trying to prove, which is eliminating compulsions. I want to tell you this, and I think this is really important. This is really scary because the content of our intrusive thoughts is really scary. We don't want it. We don't want it to be true. We don't want to be okay with it. We don't want to sit with it. We don't want to accept it, all of that. So we really have this, then this fear comes up of like, if this is the way out, I don't think I can do it. I don't want to do it. So what I like to tell people, and this is what I'll leave with you, is in getting therapy or in working and managing OCD, it is scary. But really all we're doing is learning to change our behavior. And sometimes that's why I think the nuance of the words that I use sometimes it is, instead of sitting with the thoughts and instead of, habituating to the thoughts, because who in the world can habituate to POCD? Like, right? Instead of that, the goal is to make them irrelevant. Irrelevant doesn't mean not painful or, not disturbing sometimes, but getting to a point where we can see them and they don't have relevance in the way that it impacts everything about our life, which is how we know OCD can end up being for all of us. So I just wanted to leave you with that if you're contemplating therapy or, you're struggling right now, or down the line, you're going to get therapy at some point. Remember that the key, we're always looking for the key. I'm gonna give it to you, but it's not gonna be what you want. The key is changing behavior. And that really does at some time, there's a fly, do you see it? I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. I have an animal in my lap, a fly is flying around. My shirt almost came off. No, the key is, and here's the thing, we focus so much on logic, we focus so much on, experience and trying to outthink and trying to out-argue. The key is changing our behavior. And what that means is doing compulsions in order to try to win the argument. Gosh, it's so hard, it's so counterintuitive. And that's what makes managing OCD so difficult and challenging and sometimes just so damn frustrating, right? Why does it have to be this way? Why did I have to have this? It's so unfair. And I get that. I completely get that. And I feel that way when things get really hard for me. But when we water it down and we just look at it for what it is, you can do it. You can change your behavior. It's going to feel scary, but I'm going to tell you something. You have managed a horrible, tormenting illness up until now, so you've already done really scary things, and you have survived. And that's all I wanted to tell you today. So that's kind of my long-winded answer to, can I stop the thoughts? Will the thoughts go away? No, they won't. No, you can't stop thoughts, but you can work within yourself to change your behavior to help them become irrelevant. It's challenging, but you've got it in you. If I can do it, you can do it. And if you're looking for therapy, and right now in the States, in Australia, in the UK, I think Canada at this point, head on over to treatmyocd.com. It's the NOCD app, and see if they can help you. Thank you so much for being here. It's good to be back. I'll do another video next week on a kind of an important questions that I usually get from people, and I look forward to seeing you then. If you are looking for services from me, go to chrissyhodges.com. For groups, ocdpeers.com. I'll see you soon. Oh, and bye. He was biting my fingers. It was hurting. I was trying not to yelp.